All right, so every now and then you get a chance to chop it up with the Secretary of Steak, Evan Darnell. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Happy to be here. I'm hungry.
Were you duly elected Secretary of Steak? Was there any voter fraud involved?
The commander in beef assigned me this position a long time ago.
Who's that?
My son.
Your
He
son?
is the head of the club. Yeah.
He's head of the club?
Yep. Even though he was born 14 years ago and the club started over 30 years ago, he is the head of the Red Meat Lovers Club.
When did you guys start it? 30 years ago?
Started in 1994 at Tulane University to go up against SAVE, Students Advocating Vegetarian Eating. And I knew on my watch that could not be. There needed to be a carnivore club. So we started it when I was a freshman at Tulane University in New Orleans. And it's been resurrected in 2017. It went away when I graduated college. I did 20 years in the restaurant business in New York City, owning and running restaurants. And in 2017, I moved to South Florida and restarted the Red Meat Lovers Club, and it's taken off ever since. It's been a crazy ride.
When you heard my podcast was called Chopping It Up with Chris Champion, you thought we would chop up some steak.
That is where my very simple mind goes to when I hear the words chop, when I hear the words chopping it up. I only can hope it could mean one thing, which is talking about food and meat.
So I got to bring up something that's appropriate. One of my clients is Omaha Steaks. They've been around for 100 years. They've never done a Super Bowl commercial. This year, we're making foam tomahawk steaks, just like the cheeseheads, but the only difference is it's a tomahawk steak. Yep. And we're going to media day, and we're asking all the players, what's your favorite steak? Chris Champion here with Omaha Steaks Sports Network. What's your favorite steak?
Well, I go with flavor, which is the delicious ribeye steak.
Oh my God, I love
that's my go-to. But I have it. Look, when I'm going out to dinner with my wife, I am not getting a ribeye. Normally, I go for the biggest strip steak they have. We have the kitchen slice it. She's good for about 3 bites. So I just I don't like wasting it. So I'm going out with my wife, I'm getting strip steak. If I'm going out with the boys, I'm getting ribeyes and a round of them and as big as possible.
Do you like a good sauce?
That's a good question. Usually no. But I could tell you this. Look, if I'm going to Peter Luger's, am I going to dip the steak in Peter Luger's sauce? Yes, because when in Omaha, I eat how the locals eat. Now, you're not going to Omaha Media Day. You're going to Media Day, which I need you to work on that. Basically, you can be the communications secretary of Omaha Steak that day.
Do you guys do anything with Omaha Steaks by chance?
No, we don't, because we've never been on a podcast with you before. But I appreciate their model. I mean, obviously they're they own everything in their model, which is really impressive.
Yeah,
so
well, I got to tell you, they ship steaks better than anybody on the planet.
Agreed.
Like the way they seal them, the way they ship them, the way they get here. Literally the best organization when it comes to delivering the meat.
Agreed. I've had a couple of my friends. I've been lucky enough I've never sent Omaha Steaks, but I've received a couple boxes, and it is the gift that keeps on giving.
You remember Joe Thomas? He used to play tackle for the Cleveland Browns. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
I don't, but tell me about him.
He's got a meat company now that he's involved in, very similar to Omaha Steaks, where they ship meat. and he's doing great. I want to say it's Heroes something, but yeah, I had a chance to talk to Joe Thomas recently, and yeah, it's pretty awesome.
One day someone will come to us with a meat deal. Our cigars, the cigar deal that we have started 7 years ago is unbelievable. They're incredibly popular. One day we'll do meat.
What are the cigars called? Red Meat Lovers cigars, or?
Yeah. Let me see if I'm propping up my computer with a box. It's my favorite. Yeah, there we go. It's in a butcher box. Says from the Secretary of State, and they are produced by a company called Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. A gentleman named Steve Saka, which is if you're a cigar nerd, you love Steve Saka. He is the number one cigar manufacturer for people that love cigars and are really into it.
When are you coming into Vegas? I think you're coming into town on the 20th or something.
Yeah, so we're coming in as a club January the 20th. It's a big deal for us. We've done 250 dinners since September of 2017. We have never missed a month since then. And this is the first time ever that the Red Meat Lovers Club has decided, aka me, to plant a stake into the ground, meaning we're mentally prepared to do 4 to 6 events a year in Las Vegas.
Oh wow.
We've never done that before. We've done Vegas twice, but that was more like bringing guys in from South Florida, which is where we're based out of, and showing them an amazing 55 hours. This is a little different, where we're bringing 27 people in to help launch our chapter of Las Vegas, and it's going to be really, really special. We have a private event space called The Doyle on January the 21st, and then hopefully it's going to be, a really good chapter launch. It's our first real chapter that we've ever done, because I've never trusted anyone with my baby. I've been at all the events, which I'll start off Vegas, but eventually we have a Secretary of State in Las Vegas who's going to run it. Red Meat Lovers Club at the end of the day is a business networking club. The way that we do that is through eating and philanthropy. So every event we do, we partner with a different nonprofit. We raise money at the event through live auction, silent auction, and raffle. All the money we've raised $2.5 million since 2018. We didn't start off with charity, but it evolved quickly into part of our DNA.
That's awesome. So are you familiar with Joe Lino? He smokes a cigar. He's a casino host at 71 different properties.
No, but it sounds like someone I should know. I only go to Vegas once a year with my club.
I'll introduce you to Joe, and he might be able to take care of your whole club and get them taken care of wherever they go. He's got 71 properties all over the country. He's a huge cigar smoker. He's got a private party at the Wynn that he's doing for his birthday, and it's on the 17th. But I think he'll be in town till like the 20th. I think you guys should connect. I'll connect you after this via text.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm actually doing my 50th birthday, March 2nd. I have 12 charities involved. It's at the old IBM worldwide headquarters in Boca Raton, Florida, where I live. And it's going to be a big birthday party, I'm sure, for both of us.
Yeah, I don't know how old Joe is, but I think you're the youngest of all three of us right now.
My man.
Doesn't say.
I don't think that's gonna change too.
No, I mean, if it does, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, one day.
So you're doing some good things for charities, it sounds like, and you're making it fun. Anytime I've thrown over 300 dinners, breakfasts, and lunches since 2017, mostly around events that I speak at. And at the end of the day, when you get people in a room with food, they put their phones down and they make deeper connections. And I think it's fine. it creates a better connection opportunity for people. People think, oh, I got to get on stage and talk to 2,000 people. If you ever look in the crowd, those 2,000 people are there. They're TikToking, they're texting, they're replying to emails. Fuck, they're taking a selfie half the time. 90% of them don't even hear what the fuck you're saying. But when you sit down with dinner and you sit down next to somebody, people put that phone away. They look you in the eye. They talk to you. You break bread. There's something about breaking bread with somebody that makes for a deeper connection.
Agreed. Our events, like one, we go up to about 300 guests at our dinners, but our sweet spot is around, give me like 80 people. Hopefully Las Vegas will hit 80. We're sort of starting on second base. You know, our event started with 14 people, September of 2017. They're a lot different now. I try my best to be unique every single dinner, and some dinners lend itself to being big, and some events lend themselves to be. I've purposely create small events now because of the fact that at the end of the day, my version is, you know, after 35 years old being a guy, I know a lot of guys that don't have a lot of friends. You know, they're great people, but the opportunity to meet people on a personal basis, I'd like to start personal, and then that will lead towards business relationships. It's not the easiest thing. So when people come to our events, they get really happy because they're like, finally, I found my crew. Because red meat, if you're going to a Red Meat Lovers Club event, you're pigeonholing yourself into, you know, you're a big meat eater. Our events, 9 out of 10 of our events, we have what I call a cigar buffet, unlimited cigars, open bar. We have a really deep relationship with the biggest cigar company in the world, which is they own Monte Cristo and Romeo and Julieta. The parent name's Altadis. So they give us thousands of cigars a year to give away, like Pez on a recess. So we try our best to create those moments of getting to know each other, and people find their crew, they find their business relationships, their next customer. But we start with fun. The worst thing that's going to happen at our events, the worst thing, is you're going to have a great night. That is the worst possible outcome. The best possible outcome is you're going to have a great night, and you're going to get to meet some good people, introduce your company to other companies. And we raise, a bunch of money at every one of our events. We average around $12,000 per South Florida dinner. We've raised a lot more than that. We've raised a lot less than that. But we average around $12,000 for our charity partner of the night. And we do it through unique auction items. I'm the auctioneer. Because I like to have a microphone in my hand, and we try to recreate what a fun night can look like.
I think that's good. I find, like I said, I find when people go out to eat together, you make better connections, and that's really what it's all about. Plus, if you get a great meal, like where's the Doyle, by the way? Where's that at?
So it's in downtown Las Vegas. To be completely honest, I have never been there, but I have faith in my partner in Las Vegas that she selected the right venue. And we're going to create just a really historic night together and then beyond.
Is it a restaurant or is it a private?
No, it's an event space. It's an event space.
The one thing that I've learned is from throwing dinners and stuff, I like being in a place that's a restaurant because there's something about having a kitchen versus catered food.
Well, See, and I'll tell you what, and I don't agree because the unique settings to me are the most special nights. For instance, my next event in Florida is January the 29th.
Is that the boxing one?
It is the boxing one.
That
This
looks
year,
cool.
we're going to get 6 restaurants competing for best cheesesteak. 12 feet away from these tables where you're going to be gathering these delicious, overstuffed cheesesteaks, we're going to have professional boxing.
Wait a second. Did you say cheesecake or cheese steak?
Cheese steak.
So
like a
Philadelphia
pasta,
cheesesteak?
Yeah, cheese steak.
Yeah, like on a bread, like a roll.
Well, yeah, exactly. And then they're going to be competing for this. This is I'll only get to hold this for another 2 weeks. This is the championship belt. This is the People's Choice belt that's going to be given away to a delicious restaurant. But back to my point, creating unique nights. I want to do events in places that don't normally serve food. And I also want to create moments where when someone goes to work the next day, they're like, I'm trying to describe what happened to me last night at this event, and it's very difficult for me to do it. So, boxing, cheese steaks, masseuses giving back rubs, a barber in the corner giving shaves and trims, a shoe shine guy, a live artist, an epic silent auction. Yeah, I could do that in a restaurant all day and night. But for someone to do it in a boxing club is not easy. I have to have an incredible caterer as a backbone who is used to cooking in places that don't normally have vented kitchens. It's a unique skill set. With that being said, most of my events that are not in South Florida are in restaurants, or I like to, with Monte Cristo, we take their cigar stores and we create Monte Cristo Steak, which is a steakhouse within a cigar lounge. Again, I need to find best in class caterers to do that.
Yeah, you got to have great caterers to do that because, like I said, catering is not easy.
No, but I did 20 years in the New York City restaurant business, and a lot of what I did was in events and catering. So I can speak the language, but it is a leap of faith. I'm only as good as the caterer that's next to me. I am not the one that's cooking the food in a rainstorm in Tampa, Florida, next to Corona Cigar. Trying to make sure that there's magic even in the worst of conditions. So restaurants are safe. They'll give you a great experience, but I want to be different. I want to have a unique moment that only the Red Meat Lovers Club can bring.
I agree. I'm in the midst of introducing you to Joe Lino right now because the more I think about it, your love for cigars and his love for cigars, you guys are just going to hit it off.
Most cigar people, if you're really loving cigars, that is where you meet the best people. Is give me a random cigar lounge in a random city, whether it be New York City or Omaha. If you're meeting someone in cigars, then you'll probably have half your conversation taken care of.
Are you guys doing anything around Super Bowl week?
Not this year. We have done the only Super Bowl thing we've done is we did the official Make-A-Wish Foundation Super Bowl party when it was in Miami years ago, like 6 years ago. And that was really a unique night. But no, normally we do about 25 events a year. And quite frankly, most of them are in South Florida because I can fill a room easily. When I go on a plane, I'm only as good as the charity partner we have. We are known, but I'm not Taylor Swift. So it's every ticket
I
is a
actually had you confused for a second with Taylor Swift. I thought
well, it's the neck. It's the neck.
yeah, no, it's also that voice, that tranquil
Yeah.
voice of yours.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know,
But
Lee Steinberg hosts the biggest
yeah.
Super Bowl party every year, and we're doing an 8-hour live stream. If you could
Yeah.
get on a plane and get out there, you should come tell your story. There's going to be a room full of 1,500 celebrities and guests, and we're literally doing Legends Live, where we talk about legends of the game of football and life. And I think that's a good crowd for you to network with.
I've seen his parties. They're pretty it's a cool Super Bowl party. It certainly is.
It's literally the Super Bowl party to be at. The red
Yeah.
carpet. I mean, he also has a roster of 450 clients that are world class.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Drew Brees. All these guys come and support him.
Yeah, I'm Facebook friends with him somehow, some way. So I see his like personal stuff, and I think I'm even connected to his daughter somehow. But yeah, I don't have a lot of I have a few Facebook friends. He's actually one of them.
That's ironic.
Yeah, yeah. My neighbor in Florida is also an NFL agent. So his name's Jason. And
I thought Drew Rosenhaus. I've seen Drew.
No, he's another. No, his name's Jason. He's for some reason, I don't know why, but he has a specialty in the NFL, which is cornerbacks. So that's his position.
It's actually a good thing when you like specialize in a vertical, because you can understand what those players need in the off season, and you probably also understand their value really well.
Yeah. So he's a cornerback guy.
Introduce me to him. I'd love to have him on the podcast too. We've got 8 hours of podcasting we're doing. I think he'd love to be on.
He goes to normally he'll go, and I've talked to him about this. Like he'll go to most of the Super Bowls if he has a player on one of the teams. So
who's some of the players that he has now?
Well, his biggest player he's had that I know of is Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore. Does he still play? He was on New England for a while.
He didn't play last year, I don't think. But he
was a Patriot. He was a Patriot.
Yeah, he was the NFL, or he was the Super Bowl MVP. One of those Super Bowls.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I think Seattle and New England, for whatever reason, I just have a feeling they're going to make it.
I'll tell you what, being a restaurateur from a recovering restaurateur, I should say, I always worked on Sundays. I never really got into football. Like most of my wife and my son are so much more into football. I would rather just go to the gym and,
I get that. Throughout the years, I've kind of like grown away, but the playoffs and the Super Bowl, for whatever reason, is like a fun time, especially Super Bowl week. The week that leads up to the game, there's so much going on at Super Bowl that it's almost like the greatest business networking event, period.
I'll tell you, so the Red Meat Lovers Club being a business networking club, I'm going to tell you how it's a living, right? My living is not based on making money at the events. So we have about 25, it fluxes anywhere between 25 and 30 businesses that sponsor us month in and month out. We call them partners in crime. They are my lifeblood to letting me do what I do. So what's nice about that is I go into the events just trying to make the best event possible with a lineup of sponsors that let me do that. So ideal world, I like to break even on my events and then have a killer lineup of sponsors that own their category in the markets that we're in. So those companies are very special to me. And within our private Facebook page at Red Meat Lovers Club, I promote them and to our database as well.
And you say there's like 30 of those companies that are partners.
There's about yeah. It sometimes our events bring on sponsors that we have maybe 2 or 3 sponsors for Vegas, but again, it's our first event. I want to just create a really fun, unique.
And you're
moment.
in town for 3 days, right?
2 nights. The first we get in on Tuesday, the 20th.
Where are you staying at?
So it's 2 different hotels. Also, that week in Las Vegas is the gun show, the SHOT Show.
Okay.
So a couple of our guys are in the arms business, if you will. So they're going to be there. So they're staying at the Fontainebleau, and most of us are staying across the street at the Days Inn. No, I'm joking. At Resorts World.
Trust me, Days Inn is an upgrade from Resorts World.
Well, I'll tell you what. I like
run by circus clowns.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I could tell you this: that our cigars are sold at the Cigar Lounge 8. I appreciate that. I think it's the only.
It's a nice lounge. The guys at 8 do a great job.
Yeah, and I like that they have that high roller blackjack bar that has no problem, letting us hang out and smoke cigars.
What are you talking? Are you talking? The bar's not in 8. Are you talking about the other way?
Yeah. We go to 8, and then we'll also go to the just the casino bar attached to the high limit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a nice bar.
Yeah, and it's great for us, and we're really in our. We don't spend a lot of time in the hotel. We have a private lunch at Peter Luger's. Our club
at Caesars, right?
Yeah, we're doing that Wednesday during the day. Tuesday we have we're going to the Sphere, and then we're going to have dinner, I believe, at.
What are you doing? Who's playing at the Sphere?
It's the Wizard of Oz. Don't laugh, but I heard it's cool.
No, I heard that's really good.
Yeah, I heard it's really good. I never thought I would say I'm taking 25 guys to the Wizard of Oz.
No, you're gonna the experience, the sound and video experience is off the hook. I don't care what you do there.
Yeah, it's only 75 minutes too, so it's gonna bring us right into dinner, and then we have our event. We're looking at Boa BOA steak at the Palazzo. It just opened.
My buddy Vinny is one of their investors. Great place.
Exactly.
Really nice place. Yeah.
Yeah. So private room there, or private rooms with an S, because I think we outgrew the 25-person room. So we're gonna add on. The second dining private room. They're connected, and then the next day. We may get to Bagel Mania because I like that place, and
that place is great.
Yeah, we will hit Triple Crown Cigar Lounge. It's past Mandalay Bay. They are a big account for our cigar, and then we have the event for the city. RareDinner.com. That is the website to get tickets. For that dinner, and the next day we leave. We'll probably hit Bagel Mania again, but the next day we leave.
My little girl Gracie, she heard all that steak talk. She's like, "Listen, let's just order some meat from fucking Peter Luger."
I'll make sure that if there's any leftovers, it'll go to her.
Oh my God, I got 4 of these guys.
Well, that's a lot of leftovers.
We'll need to load up the truck on that day. Yeah, Luger's is a great place. They've really done a good job here in Vegas.
Agreed. We're gonna do a steak tasting. We're gonna do a tour of their dry aging room, which I've done before, but a lot of new people are coming this time on the trip. So it's gonna be unique. And then Yeah, I got this whole, 55 hours mapped out in my head. We'll have 2 vans this time following us around.
2 vans?
Yeah, yeah. We
You
don't do
drive
like Uber. Oh, like the Econo, like the Ford Econo van.
like the Sprinter ones or something?
Yeah, yeah. I normally drive one when we go trips, especially I like it. It's just one of my things that I like to do is it makes people think that they're on a road trip when they're 19 years old, but instead of hitting um, dive bars, we're hitting upscale steakhouses.
I'll be honest, I think you guys are gonna have a great time.
It will be fun. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the event. More importantly, on Wednesday the 21st, and our charity partner Southern Cross Service Dogs is flying in. They're based out of Orlando, and they're bringing 6 guys. They're all special forces guys, and they're bringing a dog from Houston, one of their trained service dogs.
What kind of dog? Malinois?
It looks like a golden retriever,
Oh wow!
but I don't.
I mean, a lot of those dogs are Malinois. My buddy's got, well, not my buddy, but my neighbor's got a Malinois down the street. That thing's like a fucking heat-seeking missile. Like so much energy.
This dog is mellow. This is a service dog. So Southern Cross has a relationship with Tunnel to Tower. So when Tunnel to Tower gives away a house or gifts a house to someone, if there's a service dog also involved, it's probably coming from Southern Cross Service Dogs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I like to end every podcast with something inspirational, and it sounds like you've been chasing your dream in life. You've literally chased your passion over money. Talk a little bit to people. Talk a little bit to one person watching this video right now about what it means to chase your passion in life.
Well, I don't work. Period. This is so much. What I do is so much fun, and it takes up my entire day and beyond. So if you can find something that you love, and I love this club, business, whatever it may be, is just an extension of me in club form. It has been so incredible to find something. I loved the restaurant business, but at the end, I knew it wasn't for me after 20 years. This is everything I love in life wrapped up into this really cool thing that we've started. And it's just starting, even though we've been doing it in this version for over 8 years. It's brand new. And it gets better and better. The events get better and better, and I learn more on how to throw a better event. So
Evan, what's your message to the world?
Be united in causes. There's a lot of epicness that you can create if you come together over one idea. So find your passion, and it will take care of itself.
I agree. He is Evan Darnell. He's the Secretary of Steak. Don't call him a meatball. He'll be here in Vegas pretty soon. He's doing good things. He's eating steak. How bad could life get? I appreciate your time, Evan. Hold on one second.